There we go. Now I found. I had it muted while I was starting. Is this better? Can you hear me? There we go. Now I found. I had it muted while I was starting. Is this better? Alright, now you can hear me twice. Or at least there. Alright, I'm in a much better mood today than I was yesterday. I do want to say you guys made it awesome. My day was blah, and I have no idea why. And I had already said I was going to do the giveaway, so I was like, I have to go, I have to do it. But it turned out really, really good. So I'm just in a lot better mood today. So, and I thank you guys very much for that. So, Evil Twin, you ready for the reveal of what happened after you headed off to bed? Tech Angel, welcome. So, there you are, your initials. I'll come up a little closer because that lighting's weird. TA. Alright, and you said you wanted a green. We'll get some lights on here. I really was not prepared today. You said you wanted green around the edges. So we'll pull the green out again. And our stuff. Phone out of the pocket. Oh, thanks, Evil Twin. I'm so happy you like it so much. Alright, now I need to decide how to stuff this properly. Oh my gosh, Paint! Hello! It's very nice to see you! I'm making little space invaders. So you guys, Paint is my friend. She's a co-worker in one of the craziest places I've ever worked. And she's also very artsy. When are you starting a Twitch stream? Because I know you do your Facebook Live stuff, but we got a Twitch creative stream that deals with fiber arts. You can felt. So, yes. So, yeah, I didn't get around to stitching them together, which is a really good thing, because I didn't see your green message until this evening. Alright, so we are going to start. I'll probably do about half of it. I'll do a side and a half, and then I'll start stuffing it. Oh, yes, right, you have really weird internet. No, Angel! Oh, I'm so sorry. You're actually felting right now. No heating pad. That makes me really sad. I'm sorry. Yeah, because back stuff is no joke. So thank you all for joining me today. What we got? We have a host already! Alright. I gotta get all the stuff in the right order. I need another screen. Mariox! Thank you for that, host. Well, I hope at least you're able to watch in comfort, Angel. It's not painful to sit and hang out. Alright, so we will start right here and just get right into the crocheting the edges together. Of course, the first thing I do is flip my yarn. No! Thank you very much for that, host. Okay, good. I'm glad you watched the end of it. Loading the dishwasher. Aw. Lame. Yeah, it's always really frustrating when it's something like simple like that. You're like, I'm trying to be a responsible adult and adulting here, and you're punishing me for it. You stick a washcloth damp in the micro. Oh yeah, for the for a heating pad. Yeah, you can do a makeshift one. Although she'll probably need an assistant to go make it for if she can barely sit. So, I also noticed in my VOD from yesterday that some of the music was actually copyrighted stuff, and it did mute it, even though that was in the section that said it was royalty-free stuff, so I'm a little irritated with that video that said that it was royalty-free, and then I still got muted. But good news, it looks like there was less than 20 minutes that was affected. So this video, this music, all said is royalty-free, 4 hours, plus a crackling log in the background. Just let me know if it's too loud or I need to be turned down or anything. Alright, wait, okay, good. I wanted to make sure that I had the T and the A all in the right spot there. Also, Evil Twin, I'm so sorry about any unintentional jokes with your initials there. Completely not meant. I'm just trying to talk about the letters. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's cool too. Almost about 3/4 of the way down with this first one, and then we'll go stuff. So what have you guys all been working on today? Paint says she's been felting. Well, hello, Adorned. Yeah, Angel said she did hurt her back. Okay. Some people have very private online persona, so I don't wanna out anybody if they don't want to be outed. Yay, security plus test. Rounded the corner here. Thank you very much for that, host. Actually, I have a question for anybody else who streams. Is there a way, because like Moobot will tell me in the Moobot chat window, if I can get the Twitch chat to tell me who is hosting, because it'll tell me who's raiding. It'll have a, the big red bar in the chat. But is there a way for it to tell me who's hosting? Because that would just be a lot easier than having to like try to look in 3 places. But that could just be I have a really screwy setup and I need to fix it. Alright, so we've got a row and a half here. We'll need a stitch marker so I don't unravel it. We made the T A pattern. Alright, I'm looking for my pink zipper pouch. I had all of this like within arm's reach yesterday. Maybe I'll just do it without a stitch marker. Oh, there it is. Pink and black. Thank you for that, host. Okay, Adorned. Band finals next week, one of your biggest concerts. That's awesome. I miss band. I met a lot of cool people there. I don't know if my stuff shows up as auto host because I'm using a third-party hosting system thing. So that actually all appears outside host. I'm wondering if I should remove the notifications unless there's 2 or more people watching, because like most of these are zero watcher hosts. Puffy stuff, fluffy stuff. Alright, nope. That won't work. I need to do... So we're gonna start all over on this. I think in order to make this a decent pillow, I need to do a green edge on everything. Which means I shouldn't be sewing it together just yet, but edging it first. I didn't like the way that was turning out, so we're going to... I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna edit that. I like starting in the corner. It's easier to hide. Hide those ends. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna do a round on this one, a round on that one, and then we'll connect the greens together. There we go. I hope Angel was able to step away and get a makeshift heating pad for her back, because that just, like, I feel for her. Like, I can kind of feel it myself, even though it sounds kind of strange, but back issues are the worst. Oh, and so if anybody was, whoever was here at the end of stream yesterday, when I went to go pull the pattern off of the printer, I slammed my finger into the table and broke my pointer fingernail. So I grabbed a nail file and filed it down, but I wasn't paying attention, and like it's a really harsh, it was a really coarse nail file, and I actually filed it down too far. So I have a band-aid on it now because I could feel everything over my nail. I filed it way too thin. Which is making it a little difficult to crochet because I'm used to sliding the hook back and forth across my finger. And the band-aid kind of stops that. I had a cloth band-aid on earlier today, but I didn't have any more. The cloth one would help. Yeah, I can't believe I did that. I was just in a hurry, and so I was like, alright, I gotta do it fast, gotta do it fast, gotta do it fast. Oops, too far. Because I was trying to get back to stream the printers in the other room. It was a learning experience, I guess. Oh, paint! I have some really fun news for you. So, I'm working on, you know, getting this stream up and running, and I've... yeah, demented haunted cactus. I was telling someone about that the other day. Anyway, so I'm getting custom images and a little stream mascot made, and guess who I've commissioned to make it for me? Guess. Actually, you might not know this person's artistic abilities. I know you know who they are. But I don't know if you ever saw any of their amazing doodles. I want you to guess. Haley? Haley does mostly jewelry. I don't know if she doodles, but it's Todd. Todd, the guy who, when he first started, yeah, we do have lots of really good artists. When he first started, he's the one we had to have like a sit-down talk with. Like Brian tried to scare the friggin' daylights out of him. He's actually really, really good. Oh, he has a webcomic. Carl. No, although Carl would be really good too. If I ever want any anime stuff, oh my gosh, yeah, he'd be the one I'd go to. Oh? Do you remember Todd? I think he made us a card. Yeah, he made us like little things. Oh, the O is for Brian. Sorry guys, I don't know, I haven't seen Mary in a year, and before that it had been like 4 years, and Brian was our former supervisor who is a little kooky. So he always elicits, it's always going to be a good story. Which I'm waiting for the story. I almost wish Twitch had that feature that Facebook Messenger does, where there's like the 3 dots when people are typing. Almost, because in like some of the larger channels, like you would never see the actual chat, you would just see people's dots. Okay. Yeah, I know. Okay, he's running raids again. Oh dear. I got sympathy from the guild. I tell them, yes, I know Brian, and they like my sympathies. I don't know what he's kind of experienced the rest of them have with, like, personal experience with him, because he's not all that social when it comes to World of Warcraft. He, like, never stops. Yeah, he does, like, never stop. The guy works freaking 25 hours a day and expects you to do the same. It's very difficult working with him as your supervisor. And he's like, for the good of the company! And I'm like, I have a life! And he's like, that doesn't matter! And I'm like, what? But he's like, I'll take you out for sushi! And we're like, well, maybe. Of course, when he takes you out for sushi at 9 o'clock at night and you've been working since 9 o'clock in the morning and you fall asleep in his car and then he laughs at you and thinks you're sickly. That was Brian. Alright, so we got the first one done with the border. And now we're gonna make the border on the second one. Pull this all the way through. Boop. So much yarn splitting, it's very sad. Do not like. So yeah, that's not gonna work. Yeah, it's Brian. I think he's back in LA for a while. He was living in Canada. And then he said he's moving back, but I haven't really... Yeah, he takes you out for sushi at 9 p.m., brings you back at 3 a.m., and then expects you to be at work at 9 again. Brian. And like, we're saying grr and all this, but like, he's such an adorable little Filipino man. You can't really be mad at him. Like, maybe for a few hours, but... Yeah, I know he was traveling all over the Asian continent. They're doing the thing that they did with us, so whatever. They go travel all over Asia. Thank you very much for that, host. Well, if you remember, Mary, like my second day of work, he threw me into an audit. And he's just kind of like, you're wearing nice clothes and you carry a clipboard all the time. You look like you'd be great to put into a meeting with an auditor. And I'm like, don't I need to know more about the company to like pass an audit? He's like, nah, you'll be fine. So like no, I think that was actually day 1 of working. Day 1 of my job there. He was like, yeah, come to this meeting with me. And I was like, okay, what's this meeting about? He's like, oh, we're meeting with a security audit guy. And I was like, what? I was like, do I need to do anything? He's like, no, just stand there and look professional. You're doing a good job. I was like, fine. Sugar-free lifesavers are good. I don't know if that was meant for us, but my grandparents are, let's see, my grandpa has always been diabetic. My mom's, well, it's my mom's stepdad actually. But yeah, whenever we went to visit them, we'd bring Crystal Light, which is a sugar-free like lemonade type drink. Oh, I totally faked it and I did it well. I had no idea what was going on. You gotta just, like, you know, put on a nice, happy, professional face, even though inside your head you're going, I have no clue what is happening. Oh, Mike. Which Mike? Because there's lots of Mikes. Like, there's Mike Knox, and then there's... Was it Big Mike and Little Mike from the MPAA? And then there was Brian Esparza, who was the guy I met on my first day. He was with Fox, and then he went to somewhere else. Yeah, the company I'm working for now is a little, they just did their first, like, full-out Disney audit. Oh, Marvel Mike. Oh, but he's not security. That's the other guy. You're talking about Mike May. He's like producer level. But then he kind of got ousted and sort of demoted once, the lady, I know her name, I just don't feel like saying it on stream, got the producer positions. But yeah, so that's what we do. You thought there was two mics? I don't know about a second mic from Marvel. What's up, Evil Twin? I'm still working on the borders here. I hope this talk isn't too terribly boring. I thought it might be sort of interesting, but maybe not interesting for everybody else as we reminisce about our previous work environment. And thank you for that, host. Oh, I don't know if you saw Evil Twin. I actually took the two apart because there wasn't enough space to stuff the stuffing in. So, hello, Dose of Dandy. Welcome back. Oh, you have no idea what we're talking about. Oh, okay. Sorry. We can talk wool if we want to talk fibers. Evil Twin is more interested in 8-bit art. He's all about that. Good, I'm glad you guys like the fire one. I had to find different videos because the other ones weren't long enough, and then I got some of my... Thank you for that, host. You got Twitch on the phone, you can do a sheep stream. Ooh, actually a sheep stream might be kind of cool. Paint, if you're looking for someone else who has animals and does animal fiber art, prepping and all that, find Hellchick. You want to go in my info, you'll see the KBN logo and you'll click on that. And if you scroll through and click through all the people, Hellchick does fiber arts. I think she has alpaca. So that's really cool. Alright, so making the pillow border. We're almost done with the second piece of the mini pillow. Yeah, I still need to figure out how to do mobile streaming. I don't currently do anything. Congratulations, Dandy! That's your first step, getting the tools. Did you get like a variety pack? Oh, Evil Twin, that's so cool! Is that one of the like regular Twitch emotes? I think I need to incorporate that to my stuff. I kind of figured that like it's not that I don't like the Space Invaders thing. I actually kind of want to adopt it into the rest of the streamy stuff. It just happened to be what I was currently working on when I decided to start streaming again. Jingles? Have you met, just a second, guys. Just a second. Have you met Mary? Oh, okay. Wow, alright. Paint, I was just asking Jingles if he ever met you. I think you would probably recognize him, like he just walked in front of the camera, but he didn't stop. But he did work with us at, that's an emoji to me. Well, emoji, it's part of the little smiley face option, the drop down option, unless you're subscribing to someone else and that's someone's, like, basically I'm asking where did it come from? Is it a Twitch one, or is it like one from your phone, or is it from another streamer's channel? Yeah, I don't know where those ones are from either. The place that shall not be named. I'm like, yeah, that one place that we did the one thing at for like 5 years. Okay. Alright. This is coming out to be a much better pillow-sized thing. I think the... Plus there's more green this way. Ooh, 9-piece set with grips. Is it like a... usually they start with like B to H, so B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, maybe? Or maybe it starts at like J, K. It could start at C. Sorry guys, I'm talking to a dose of Dandy trying to figure out what letter size Twix he got. iPhone with the stuff. I'll have to double check all that. Because I do like the purple Invader. None of my Invaders are purple, so maybe I should make a purple one. I could make a Twitch purple Invader. Ooh, the possibilities. Thank you for that, host. Much appreciated. I skipped a loop somewhere. Don't want to skip loops. Splitting yarn is bad. Okay, let's try this all over again. Wow, that like really screwed up those stitches. Poor yarn, all split. There we go. Yeah, with the stuff. Oh! Alright guys, I'm gonna step away for a second. Paint, I'm gonna show you something. They're labeled millimeters, make that B through I. Yeah, that makes sense. They're in both, they're numbered in both. Although there's a hook I need to show you that I just pulled out. I noticed yesterday. So, paint, I think you might know what this is. We opened this on my birthday a couple years ago. I think I posted on Facebook about it. I'll come up here so we can actually see it. So this is from the original Thor movie. We were given bottles of wine, and it wasn't until and I had very specific conditions on which I was going to open it and drink it under, and those conditions weren't actually met, so after 4 years I finally opened it. It is good wine. Oh, you haven't opened yours yet? I think Aisling said she hasn't opened hers either. Oh, and the other hook thing. Okay, so the hook I'm using right now, this is a Boy brand hook. It's an I, and on it says 5.25 millimeters. Maybe it's a light, I would say this is a light green. This says Boy, and this says Boy USA, B-O-Y-E, and this is an I hook, but it's 5.5 millimeters. So this is 0.25 millimeter difference, and I can see and feel the difference by that. 0.25 millimeters. It actually makes a difference. It's frustrating that big of a discrepancy exists in the hooks. So it's annoying. They have it feels like that's a big range to me. But if you're doing hooks in millimeters only, they go up by 0.5s, not 0.25s. So I have that issue with my, I have some steel, lace hooks. They'll be all 0s and 5s. Yeah, I have some steel lace hooks, and when you get down to lace, it gets even smaller. So I have a point... Wait, I have to remember this correct, or look at this and get it correct. Because if you ever use Ravelry, there's actually a section of Ravelry where you can inventory your hooks, which I think is really cool. So I was trying to follow a pattern. So here's a lace hook. I haven't opened this one yet. And then I have this one. I've made one thing with these hooks. So this hook is a Susan Bates. It says Susan Bates, Mexico. And this is a 1.6 millimeter hook. 1.6, hold on. It says US 6/1.6. Alright, Crafty Cat, that sounds awesome. I hope it works better. Guy 1, can you give me any vowel? Guy 2, I can give you an E, but that'll be $5. Guy 1, oh, I don't have any money. I guess I owe you. Ha ha ha. The second hook is a 1.7 millimeter, and this is a US 5. Now what's frustrating about these sizes is that Ravelry only has 1.65. This is a 1.6, this is a 1.7. Do I say I have 2.65s? Because I don't. I have 0. But I have 1 on either side. So it's a little frustrating trying to use the system to inventory. I should probably put in a ticket for that. They may have fixed it, because I think I tried that years ago. And we welcome you back very warmly, Crafty Cat. You can hear the crackling of the fire. Alright, so I'm turning the corner. I want to make sure I don't get too far before I try and stuff it. But I also don't want to stuff it and then end up crocheting the stuffing. Because what happens is you can actually pull the stuffing through the stitches, and I think it looks terrible. I've done it before, and... Oh, math. You're currently felting Trevor the cockroach. Why are you making a cockroach? Okay, yes, the 1.6 and 1.7 crochet hook thing is totally a first world problem. I will 100% admit that. Sounds like someone's playing the clarinet. Pretty sure that's clarinet. Wait, which part is intriguing? It's a first world problem or the cockroach? Oh, the Trevor story would require you to stream. To queue up a stream, since the Ballad of Trevor T. Roach is epic. I think the stream wants to hear the Trevor the cockroach story though. Like in chat. Although I know that would pull you away from the felting of Trevor the cockroach. Alright, so we're gonna round the corner here and go up like an inch or two and then start stuffing. Oh my gosh, what mod pack is that? Oh my gosh, you guys. So, Jingles has been working on Minecraft and creating our Minecraft server, and he just showed me that in Minecraft 1.12 they have llamas. It's part of the base game. Llamas! It doesn't say that there's a mod when your cursor goes over it though. It's the base game. Base game has llamas. Llama, 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 llama. Grifter ate a roach at Smashburger. It ended up raising $300,000 for Puerto Rico. Rip Trevor, you died for a good cause. Trevor forget. Oh, that was Jingles. That's my boyfriend. I was just talking about the llama thing. He's been working on the Minecraft server. But you've been playing Sky Factory. I didn't know about Trevor. I didn't know about llamas. Which one are you asking about, Evil Twin? I mean, the past couple, I don't know, I didn't, Puerto Rico stuff. Well, I was paying attention to the Lin-Manuel stuff that he was doing. He had like a benefit concert out here and was doing some stuff, and he wrote a whole song that, like, when it sold on iTunes, like all the proceeds went to the Puerto Rico. We need to introduce you to the stream. They're asking about you because you keep walking in front. They want to know who you are. Come further. Alright guys, this is Jingles. Yeah. Paint, you've met Jingles before, right? See, look, they're waving at you. Well, Paint says #waves. He's not familiar with Twitch. And Crafty Cat loves your sideburns. Oh, there goes the Doctor Who scarf. Yeah, it's okay, we'll fix it. So yeah, Jingles has been working on Minecraft lately, and and mostly Minecraft. Don't hit me with the yarn. I'm being goofy. So, yes, this is the dude who keeps walking in front. You want to play Jingles in an RPG. They want to be you as a character. Thank you for that host. Leprostor? Alright. He also says being him isn't all that cracked up as to be. But yeah, his sideburns are pretty awesome. When we go out, people comment on... I totally forgot that was just sitting there. People comment on his sideburns, his teeth, or his belt buckle usually. We could roll up a Jingles character. Thank you, Deadly Sins 23 and X-Himon for those hosts. X the monster. X that monster. So yeah, he's been doing other stuff in the background. I think it's very awesome that he doesn't mind that I'm sitting here talking to what he thinks is like myself. He does say he can tell the difference when I'm talking to people and when I'm just in chat by myself. So that's kind of neat. Alright, so we got that partially stuffed. Did I lose my hook again? I misplaced my hook. I didn't want to. But I really had it. I actually made this with it. So he made the comment about how I misplaced my dinner last night. Because I swore up and down. I'm like, I know I brought it out of the car. I know I brought it in here. I set it down when I went to pet the cats. I was 100% positive I brought it inside. And he's like, why don't you just go check the car, see if it's still out there. Yes. Yes, it took me, like he said, 20 minutes before I decided to go out and actually look in the car. And of course my leftovers were still sitting in my car. So I'm pretty sure I just walked through an alternate reality somewhere. We've got like a dimensional door hanging out somewhere in the house. Because I swear I came in, set the food down, played with the cat for a while, and then like forgot to pick the food back up. My cat's petting me. Oh, your cats are so sweet though. Oh, there's my hook. Found it. Ha! It was underneath the paper. But yeah, he's making fun of me about how, like, you know, oh, did you really have the hook? Just like you really brought your dinner in? Yes, Jingles with a J. I got nothing posted on my Etsy. What? Oh, you know what? It didn't do the auto renew. There's two things I have ready on my Etsy. There's a baby blanket and a Pokeball. So those are the things I have up for sale currently. I do need to, you haven't met the baskety ball yet. I have no idea what you're talking about. I have not met a basketball ever, at least not a sentient one. I mean, I've played basketball with a regular rubber ball, and it did not require an introduction. Alright, I think the stuffing that's in here is all the stuffing I'm going to put in here. Maybe like one more tiny little ball of it. But I do want it to be kind of a flattish. I need to distribute it evenly. Flat is not the word I want you to use. You don't want flat pillows. But I also don't want it to be lumpy. I want it to be evenly spread out. Emily is the fat cat. Oh, basketball. Okay, you're talking about one of the cats. I thought you were talking about, like, something on Etsy, or... I don't know. I didn't know if basketball was, like, some sort of achievement you unlocked on Etsy. The jingles! You have somebody requesting to join your Minecraft server when it's up. Oh. Okay. He says it's not, yeah. Internet, yeah. It's just on a LAN server, so we only have regular, like, residential internet, so the connection would be really, really terrible. Alright, I'm gonna put this in, try and even out some of this stuffing. Alright, we want one more little ball of fluff in here. Try and even this out a bit. Get it into the corners. I'm trying not to stretch it out too much because that's when it starts poking out of the stitches, and that's definitely what we don't want. Okay, maybe one more. Yeah. So Needy Bird was saying about how she has a problem stuffing things too, and where it's like you put too much in, you just like don't know where to stop. Added a VM to the LA server. Wait, you have a server in LA? Alright, so we'll go ahead and tuck that all in. Alright, now the trick is going to be to crochet without pulling the stuffy fibers out. Because the stuffy fibers are white and plastic, and they contrast terribly with the rest of the piece. This is a very jazzy, like, Jingle Bells. If you want, you can help me with the management. Want to get Vanilla and Sky Factory up so we can play with my nieces and nephews. Oh, okay. I thought they were actually like servers you had at your house. Oh, also, and I think you already told me the answer to this, but let's say somehow someone forgot their cPanel password. How would they go about resetting that or obtaining it? Just a completely theoretical question. No basis for fact at all. Yeah. Huh. 7th Street. Well then. Is that the one that Dimok works at? You ask the admin and I push you a new one. Yay! Okay. Like in 30 seconds. Do you dye yarn as well? Yes. Actually, I do. I've done some of my own fiber prep and yarn dyeing. It's all been like on a personal scale level. It hasn't been on a large scale. It's like, hey, I want this much yarn. Whoa! Like, I know you guys said that he was, like, working on a big project. I didn't... Wow. Well, okay, I should say, is it the one he worked at? 'Cause he, wow. Well, congratulations to him. I hope that's all going well. It seems like it probably is. Yes, so I have some raw fiber, some raw sheep's wool that happens to be from a sheep that Paint has raised and sheared, and then she sent me the fiber, and I cleaned it all up, and I dyed it, and I entered it into the county fair. Oh, did you see my pictures on my Facebook of the 3 different yarns that I entered into the fair? I won 3 white ribbons, which is fine because, like, it was my first time ever doing it. Alright. Oh, I need to pull that little green guy all the way in. Get those ends woven in here. And I think we may have just completed Evil Twins Pillow! It is done! Still gotta kinda get the stuffing evened out there. So now, Paint, the next thing I need to do is figure out what to make with it, because there's also a separate category for hand-spun finished object. Yay! So it's finished, and I have the information to send it off, and that will be going out later on this week. And I'll let you know what the ETA of it is, arriving at your place. This was actually really fun to make, and I do like that I had the option to do sort of a personalized back like this for you. So that's exciting. I feel like... It's funny, because we still have the orange one to do. Yes! Ta-da! So I'm just gonna bask in the moment of a finished project. So, we were talking about the dyed yarn, and I was thinking I could bring it out, but I don't actually know where I put it. Oh, no, it's right above me. Or at least I thought it was right above me. Yes, sort of. Alright, so the dyed yarn. I need some... I'm trying to do this without breaking anything. I do have more space now, so I can put stuff a little further down on the shelves instead of at the top shelf. So this right here is some of the roving that needs to be combed. It kind of got felted a little. This was microwave dyed, so I need to comb it out. And I believe this was from Paint Sheep. I believe this is Minions. So this is Minions wool. It's been dyed in the microwave, which is kind of neat. You put it in a circle. So you take your wet fiber and you kind of spread it out in a circle on a plastic wrap. And then you put your dye into bottles, and you squirt the dye in patterns that you want, and then you wrap it all up. So you have like a big piece of like saran wrap, and so you wrap it up in whatever configuration you want, and then you put it in the microwave for like 5 minutes. And so then the colors just kind of like blend together and mix on their own. So then you end up with kind of a random assortment. It's going to be different every single time. And yeah, this turned out, I think this was a purple and a blue. I used 3 colors. I don't remember the third one though. I may have used 2 different shades of blue in this one. So now my next step is to take a comb and comb it out so it's extra soft. But when I say it felted a bit, it means that the fibers got a little more tangled together than they should be. Like I'm pulling on this really hard, and it should be sliding apart right now, and it's not. So if I start combing it, I'll probably start ripping the fibers. Thank you, paint. So I'm gonna have to carefully start pulling it apart. Otherwise, I mean, I could probably spin this as is and make like really super thick, chunky yarn. It won't be a lot though, because this isn't, I mean, it's already in strips. So like it wouldn't be a lot of yarn. So I wouldn't even be able to enter it into the fair. It has to be 60 yards of spun yarn to enter into the fair. That's their minimum length. So this is the microwave dyed stuff. I've kind of done like a sampling of different things because I've taken a couple different classes, and I haven't like done anything on a production level. So it's like, these are my class projects kind of projects. I have done a few things on my own. Oh, if you're watching the slideshow in the bottom corner, there's a picture of me holding a green yarn on a bobbin. That was hand dyed also. Interlocked. We'll see what I'm doing is purposefully locking the fibers to make soft sculptures. You have 5 bags full here. I'm almost tempted to send you poor pie who didn't make its lamb's wool. Oh no! Your little buddy. I could send you back some raw wool that's from Caracool sheep. There was a lady here who had kind of put out, here in the LA area, she had put out a call to like the fiber artist group, and she's like, hey, I have 30 bags, 15 bags, enormous garbage bags full of lamb's wool, or not lamb's, sheep's wool, Caracool. Caracool is usually good for like rugs and stuff like that. It's rough, it's not something you'd want to wear. It's not like this. This is merino, this is super soft, very good for, you know, things you'll wear next to your skin. Caracool's not so much. That'd be a rug yarn. That'd be a great one to practice dyeing with. It's very long, so like they have very long hairs. And the ones that I have like black on the tips and like a cream color. So it's black and cream lambs. It was so cute because when I went to go pick up the yarn, or the wool, just like 30 sheep, they're just kind of like run around, and she let us feed them, and it was really neat. But yeah, so now I have a whole garbage bag full of Caracool yarn, or wool, that I need to turn into yarn, and it's so much, and it's so stinky, because you didn't like... Oh... Your poor little sheepies. I'm trying to find the rest. I don't know where my award-winning yarn went. I don't know where that is. That's not in this bag, and I thought it would be. So this is the other microwave dyed one. I used black, purple, and green on this. So it's kind of a much stranger configuration. I'm pretty sure I did comb this out. And so there are broken fibers in this. But it's really soft. And I need to spin it up. So you can kind of see, it did turn out kind of a weird grayish color. And it was one of the things we kind of learned as we were going along. Some colors do not mix well. Actually, I think that's on my wish list, my Amazon wish list there, is that I want a color wheel. I want to know what mixes well and what doesn't. I don't have that sort of thing locked into my brain yet. I want to see what I can mix, and 5 bags full. One of the twins didn't make it, the little girl. You want a black or Morit Icelandic dough. So that green thing there. Oh wait, never mind. It'll flip and you won't see it. So yeah, this actually turned out to be, it's like a very smoky green and purple darker one, and this one's ready to be spun. I don't think I'll get 60 yards out of this, but I mean, maybe I could surprise myself. If I spun it really, really thin, I might be able to. Let's see. This was an interesting project. This was what's called core spun. So instead of the yarn spinning around itself, you take a loosely spun core and you spin it horizontal. So it's like the yarn is actually spinning. I don't know if my hand motions make sense. So it's like, here's your core and this is getting pulled into the spinning wheel, but the other yarn is spinning across this. When you're spinning normally, you're spinning the yarn straight like this and both pieces are wrapping around itself. So the core spinning, it actually turned out really cool. I kind of want to try it again because it looks so neat. I can't. Trying to show the details off on the camera might not work, but let me open this up a little. And I had like an orange and... There we go. So let's see if I can find a good spot to show you, and then I'll hold it up to the camera. I spun it really tight, so it's actually a little difficult to pull apart. Alright, so I have some good striping going on. Let me take a look at this. Alright, so between my fingers, let me get that to focus. Alright, there you go. Between my fingers, you can see how it kind of has like a candy cane effect. That's the core spun bit where it's almost horizontal to what you would expect a twist to be. And it's hard, camera's not really seeing the different colors very well. But, so right here, and that's sort of like the hallmark of core spun yarn. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. But this was fun, really fun to do. And yeah, this was the rest of the yarn to use, or the roving. I had to return the spinning wheel, I was borrowing it. So I had to cut it off and start all over again. Well, not start, sort of start all over. Alright, well, none of the actual fair yarns in here, because this was all my, spinning stuff. I put it somewhere else. I kept it secret, kept it safe, right? A little too secret, a little too safe. What else we got here? It's interesting. I think it's time to start on the next Space Invaders cushion. I did want a little break to talk about something different. Alright, this guy really is super cute. The letters turned out pretty good. They're a little off-center, but they're there. You can read them. Alright, and the last one we were working on is this orange guy here. The important thing at the moment would be to find the pattern for it. Oh, paint. I'm also keeping like my bag of scrappy stuff and when it gets too full, I'm probably going to send it to you. It's mostly acrylic, but I figure you might want... I don't know if you can really felt acrylic. I've heard that that's not the best one to use. But somewhere around here, I had a smaller bag. Yes, here it is. So this is the knotted pieces that I couldn't use, I couldn't spin with, so I'd pull them off. And this is Minions wool. So. Oh, you can felt acrylic? I just thought it was more difficult and not great. So I will be sending you a scrappy bag at some point of just random things. Ah, here we go. Orange pattern. So now it's time for our little mushroom dude. Alright, so the red that we use for the Santa hat is going to go back in the box. And the blue needs to go back in the box. Get that back up there. Alright, so we're done with the red. We're done with the blue. We're done with the green. For now, we'll bring the colors out later. Shove, 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 shove. I have a whole box just of red heart brand yarn. And now I need to find my orange. Orange is Vanna's Choice by Lion Brand. Somewhere around here, right? Yes, there it is. It's in the wrong bag. Orange. I've felted with Evil Twin. Welcome back. Oh, you missed my yarn demonstration. I had pulled out some of the stuff I had hand dyed and spun, and you've actually felted human hair. Okay. So we're collecting cat hair off of our two long-haired cats. We actually have two separate bags for it. We have one for the dark-haired cat, one for the black cat, and then one for Mama Kitty, who's like a cream color, almost Siamese. And I do have some alpaca that I'm going to blend them together, and then I'll spin it and it'll be an alpaca cat hair blend. That's probably the nerdiest thing I'm gonna do. My roommate's totally on board with it. She is super excited for that to happen. Alright, I need to treat this yarn carefully, as I've used it before. I want to use the right end of it, though. I don't think I pulled it from there. I've always been trying to use center pull. There we go, center pull. But we do need to start with the black. I'm actually looking at this Karen 1 pound, wondering if it's going to make it through all of this. Oh, and schnauzer hair, yep. You're pretty sure your current project is 50% cat hair. That happens. Alright, so here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 full rows of black at 36 across. You're tired, so you're gonna leave. Alright, well great. I'm glad you stopped by for a little bit, Evil Twin. You could see the finishing of your new Christmas gift. And like I said, I'll send that out sometime this week. And I'll send you a Twitch message when I know when it'll arrive. So, Paint, do you remember, Todd and the little drawings he did? Hello, roommate Brian. So, Crafty Cat, how did your router installation go? I'm guessing it went well since you're back and online. Okay, let's see if I can... do you have an Instagram? Because I can tag you in an image. You wouldn't have seen the image because it was of me and Nikki that he drew, but maybe you'd recognize the style if you saw it. All in the next 24 hours. Well, there's that. Hopefully it stays good. Are you in an area where there's like storms and stuff? Because I know weather can interfere with no, Paint. If Paint has an Instagram. Sorry. Because I was talking about somebody that we knew at a previous job we worked at together. I'm trying to tell her about the guy who's doing my icons. But I kind of... Here's the thing, guys. I got the email. I feel like it should be a drum roll here. I got the email inviting me to be a Twitch affiliate. Hooray! So I've made it to the point where they've invited me to be an affiliate. I don't want to get that process started until the new year. But I think I want to roll out the new icons, the Discord, all that stuff when I roll out affiliate status. So I kind of want to do it all at once. Although part of me is like really excited and wants to like roll out the new things in bits and pieces, which I'll probably have to do anyway just because of time constraints, and also test things out as we go along. So you guys saw today that I had if you were at the beginning of the stream, I had a nice little like intro screen. So I found some things that were cutesy and whatever, so I could actually get my stream somewhat set up before actually turning the camera on. Yes, him. And thank you, Dosa Dandy. Yeah, I'm like, I didn't know how it was gonna work. They've rolled out this weird little achievement system, and I'm like, well, is it if I just complete the achievements and they say, cool, you can be part of our team? And that's pretty much how it works. Like, as soon as I hit my required number of hours, they sent me the email. Which, sweet. But I want to make sure this is something I can keep doing, because like really you basically have to stream for a week. I want to be able, I can actually integrate this with my work schedule. And yeah, he went to SCAD. Did you know him at SCAD? Wait, I want to make sure I can integrate the Twitch streaming actually into my regular schedule and all that before I decide to, yeah, figuratively get in bed with Twitch. So I want to make sure this is a thing I can do consistently. Well, you remember the last time you pressed your unlimited data plan, they throttled you back to like nothing. Although I'm thinking that you are lagging further behind the stream than other people are. because I don't know if the yay was for my affiliate status or the yay was that you know who Todd is. Alright. Now we're working on our second row for the orange guy. Maybe, but proxy at SCAD. They had animation VFX in the same building. But that was T-Mobile. I am. That's her affiliate. Okay, thanks. But like, you can put a face to the name and all that. Like, I actually kept every little doodle that he left on my desk because I just thought they were super cute. And when he becomes like a famous freaking animator, I will have some of his original things. Like, I think one of the cutest ones that he made was I had like gone home sick or something and he needed to ask me a question and left a mini comic on my desk, like basically, you know, telling me to get better soon. He's like, you weren't here and we all missed you and we didn't know what to do. We really hope you get better soon. It's super cute. So if you do want to see some of his works, I think he has a Facebook page, but Google should bring this up. It's called Grumpy Girl Comic, and I think he spells girl G-U-R-L. But he's been continuing to draw and you know, kind of make a mark for himself. So he's also working on a web page and all that. He's finally able to work from home, so he can really focus on it. And he joined us in stream once too. It was fantastic. I lost it when he showed up in stream. I was so happy. I really wanted him to see what I was doing and kind of get an idea. You're on his Facebook? As in like he has a picture of you on his Facebook? Or like you guys happen to be Facebook friends? Oh, you're looking on his Facebook page. Okay. Oh, what's this? I got another Twitch achievement. Part-time, full-time, overtime. I think it means I've been streaming for 25 hours in the past 30 days. So, which actually, if you think about it, 25 hours is a part-time job. So, we'll see how that all goes. He might... Yes, yes. Well, I know he was there when you were there. Because we had a little talking to with him because he wasn't following proper procedure. But yeah, the picture of me and Nikki is what I wanted you to see because he has a very distinct style. That picture of me and Nikki is also on my Instagram, which is what I was going to point you at. But since you've already found him on Facebook, you'll actually probably find more on Facebook than. So once he gets a dedicated Facebook page set up, I was actually scrolling through his Instagram and like individually opening up every single one of his comics because I want to be able, like, this. They're cute. It's about, you know, life with a nerdy person. He and Nikki hit it off really well together because he also played Magic, and then like we had a little mini Magic group going on at lunches sometimes. Not long after you left. I just couldn't make it because, well, we couldn't take lunch at the same time, so Nikki got to do Magic and hang out with everybody, and I was covering the vault. Thank you very much for that, host. It's greatly appreciated. And Left Shark will be replaced at some point. I just need to find. Although Needy Bird did say she's gonna miss Left Shark, so I was thinking that I could find some sort of alert just for Needy Bird, like if she came in and like when she first spoke in channel or something, it'd be like, Needy Bird has arrived! Blinking Left Shark. Crafty Cat finally just filled me in on what Left Shark was all about. Yeah. You know what's funny is I totally missed it. Somebody had to tell me about it like the next like Monday after. I had no idea. So now I need to keep it. Okay, well maybe I'll make a special thing for Adorned and for Needy Bird. You know, when you guys first arrive and the first time you say hey in chat, there's got to be some sort of trigger for that. You know. Or maybe I could just make it, you know, like exclamation point shark. And you guys can see Left Shark whenever you want to. Oh, he made a DeviantArt. Is his Grumpy Girl stuff there? Yeah, I'll make a Moobot command for you guys. Yeah, I have all the WoW pet. Oh yes, Left Shark is a pet in WoW. Also, I have a ton of them. If you someday want to trade BattleNet tags, and I can give you a full set of 3 of them. So many. I mean, that really, the Left Shark thing was like 3 years ago is when it happened. Yay! Yeah, since I started streaming, I haven't been playing WoW. But I might, once I get in the groove of streaming, I might do like a WoW Wednesday kind of thing. Warcraft Wednesday. So, okay. Somewhere I was going to share, I was sharing my battle tag. Oh, it's on the business cards I haven't printed off yet. I'm still waiting for the artwork from Todd the artist. Who was in here the other day? His Trez Tonic. Bracing of Flames. Oh, welcome, welcome. If you want to share your battle tag with me, it'd be easier if you PM me because the chat kind of disappears after a while. But then I'll be able to look it up in PMs later. What would you do in WoW if you started playing again? Let's see. I'm making my way through like the Argus quest line. I'm also still going back to my garrison and doing the quests there because there's some achievements I don't have yet. And I'm really just farming for the achievements where it's like you get a rare mission. So I'm waiting on getting those missions. I should probably just like log in and send my followers out again. And oh yeah, and Nami, I'm working on my cooking. So my goal is to have all the recipes at 3 stars by the time the next expansion drops. No, brownout. So that is my goal, Adosa Dandy. I don't think I will get to do the most recent raid. I haven't even done all the raids. Oh, you were doing the new... What? So, Flames. I can't see the first part of your name very easily. What's your item level to get into that new raid? I don't even know if I can get in. All my characters are only level 100, so oh, that's Adorned. Power browned out, all my characters. Bree? I know we went over this already. Briss. Alright, Briss. think of the questing and ranking system for the current professions? I personally don't like the fact that the zones level with you, because I usually just have trouble getting by some stuff anyway, so if it all levels with me, I'm going to be constantly struggling. This expansion wasn't as bad as like previous expansions. But I was also playing a completely different character. So BFA. As far as the professions, like the cooking and I do leatherworking, the 3-star thing, I don't understand the difference. Like, I just get more items, or it costs me less items to make a thing. I don't really care. It's weird. Like, I don't understand the logic behind it, but I could go either way. It kind of makes it easier to level up if there's quests regarding it. I do like that you have to do quests to get the patterns, though, instead of just like, here, spending tons of gold to get a pattern. I do like that it requires you actually go out and do something, and there's a bit more of the lore involved with it. You're gonna hate to hear this, but leveling systems, yeah, I know it's gonna be global. I was there at BlizzCon when they made the announcement, and I was like, crap. But they did make a really good point that when you're leveling another character, like, you know, they're like, everything is telling you to get out of the zone, but you want to finish the story. And they knew that that was imbalanced, and then they went and fixed it. So I do appreciate that they made that effort. So I'm excited to be able to see the whole storyline before moving on. Jewel crafting and leatherworking is what you're stuck on? I got stuck on inscription. Like, that just took me a while. Like, I can't get past it. Max level jewel crafter. And alliance on Khadgar. I have alliance on Nessingwary. I have a horde on Mal'Ganis. And I have alliance on Lightning Hoof that are not max level. I know Paint is also on Lightning Hoof. Our former supervisor Brian and our coworker Mike kind of told her that's where she had to create a character. Alright, you're still doing your eye level 933. Alright. Maybe not for LFR. Alliance on Sisters of Elune and Horde on Thrall. I mean, I have a couple other random tunes and other random servers, but the people I joined the servers really didn't care if I was there or not, so meh. Herafair has a Horde on Thrall. Okay. I do want to create. I need to create a troll priest and start leveling it now, because I want a character. I have a horde rogue and I really don't like it, so I kind of just want to start all over. What's unfortunate about my horde rogue, though, is that she has all the reputation. So if I want to continue getting reputation achievements, I either have to like suck it up and go back with a different character and get exalted with all the other things, like all the old world things, or I need to suck it up and I need to play her and just get exalted with her. So, like, it's really annoying. My current main character has like 4 exalted reputations, yay! And then my rogue has like 39 exalted reputations. I'm like, I am 1 away. After Katarina actually sold my belt and gloves. No! My electric, it half poofed. So are you on your phone now then? Or it came back? Because I know you said you had a brown out. Alright, I need to count these. 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, I need to finish this row and then I need to start counting and adding in the orange. Oh. Well, I hope your phone doesn't die. Although maybe you should keep your phone, like, I don't want you to leave, but I also want you to be able to have a means of communication. Oh. Matt. How is he doing? Ooh, it just got chilly in here. Oh, I'm yawning, yeah. I start getting sleepy when I get cold. Alright, so the living room and office are on, and kitchen and Tilly's room is off. Oh dear. Bless you. Well, yeah, it's definitely chilly for you. It's actually, it's been chillier here this year. Like, it reminds me of my first year here. Where people are like, oh my gosh, it's so cold, and it's actually getting down like into the 30s and below at night, which is Southern California. That's where I'm at. It's very chilly for Southern California, even in the winter. It's not, you know, Midwest where I grew up, where it's, you know, 20 during the day and negative 10 at night. And we're talking about Fahrenheit. This is not Celsius temperatures. Alright, so I did row 7, and so I'm on row 8 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. Yeah, it sounds like I'm fire, right? 3. Well, $5.99? Wow. Oh, you can equip up to 684. But you said you're only level 100, right? So that's pretty good for a 100 level, I think. I don't remember what it was then. We almost have like our own like party here. We could almost like just like flip on while be like, okay, paint, adorned, dandy, let's get online, let's go do some dungeons. We'll get Adorn leveled up, we'll get everyone some gear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, and 15. Boom! New color! And then I do 4 oranges. Drop the orange. So I don't need it for the rest of the row. You're running Mythic Plus. I'm amazed at how many crocheters play WoW. You know, it is kind of weird. There are a lot of people in KBN. I mean, if you take a look at it though, the people who are on Twitch are probably gamers and found Twitch via games. So... Ooh, you got a best in slot. A level... Oh my gosh, an I-1000 belt. Very nice. I've been playing WoW since 2005. I've only been crocheting since 2016. Let's see, I have been crocheting since 2002, and I've been playing WoW since 2008. I mean, crocheting has had a much longer hiatus, though. I did, like, you know, I'd find my yarn again. I'm like, oh, okay. And you know, I have 2 legendaries, and they're only 970. So, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty envious here. Wow, Briss, that is awesome. I mean, I'm actually envious of the day 1 players. Like, I wish I could say I was part of that group. But I did not have... I didn't even think I had a computer at that time. I did not have a computer to my own name. Oh, that's good that there's a quest to level them up. Good. Oh, Paint. Did you ever do that Mounting Made Easy quest for leatherworking? I think I tried it one more time. Thank you very much for that, host. I tried it one more time after the day I did it with you. I'm just... nope. Oh, sad face. Like, I am loath to drop it. I don't want to drop the quest. But man, it's pissing me off. So, is anybody else... I know, Dorn, you said you couldn't do leatherworking, like you got stuck on that. You were too snobbish to try WoW until 2016? Were you like an EverQuest type person and you're like, no, EverQuest is the best, nothing else? Or are you Star Wars, was it the Galaxies? Are just like, I have my own life over here in Galaxies, I am going to be a bard and dance forever. EverQuest, okay, I knew it had to be one of the other MMOs. You found you don't actually need it to finish upping. Oh no, you don't. You definitely don't need it. It's a legendary quest. You get the pattern to make a legendary mount. That's what you're going after. Sargonite Nargis, so I can make a few more patterns on hit. Oh, you haven't even hit 800 yet. Oh man. I just started making stuff because the thing is, if you make the crafted gear, then you can bring it to that weird little forge and like disenchant it and get things to up your other things. That really was not very articulate. You get Obliterum, and you use that to up the item level of the other stuff you're wearing. But it takes a lot. I mean, I have a lot of leatherworking supplies, so I really was like, okay. But it's not like... You're probably better off in Argus, actually. As far as item level stuff goes. The eye levels of the things are higher. Yeah, in Mythic Plus it is higher. Ooh, actually, speaking of Mythic Plus, I have a chest I need to pick up. From like 2 weeks ago. Or 3 weeks ago. I don't even remember the last time I logged in. It probably wasn't that long ago. But it wasn't from this past week. I was streaming all this past week. Streaming crochet. Oh, hey guys. So, here's something I want to run by you. My guild, my Knit and Crochet guild, my IRL guild, is doing a challenge. The challenge for 2018 is to make something that is inspired by literature. And I have some favorites. And like stuff like Harry Potter is probably gonna be pretty popular. I know someone's doing an Outlander theme something or other. But I need to find something that's I need to find something that's literature related that I could make an object out of. So I mean, like I could make a blanket. This year's challenge was fandom. What are you a fan of? And I said I was a fan of video games, and I brought in the pink one was the one I had finished by that point. An elven cloak. You think I can crochet that? Does it have to be nice literature? Not necessarily. It just has to be inspired by literature, books or literature. I think some people did argue that comic books are literature, and that actually seemed to have a huge divide in the group. Some people said it was, and some people said it wasn't. So, the person running the event, they're like, it is up to your own interpretation. However you want to interpret that is how you'll interpret that. So it can be whatever kind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So actually, you're looking through the old How the Grinch Stole Christmas book. I really wanted to make some of the stockings in there. Oh, that's interesting. A raccoon skin from where the red fern grows? Oh my god. I remember that being a really sad book. I don't remember what the raccoon skin is. My idea would probably be something I would have to have someone help me, like, draw it, because it would be a 3-color object, and I would probably want to make it a blanket, but it would be inspired by The Giver, where I would want, like, a profile of a female's face who has red hair, so like this, you know, reddish orangey hair, red hair, and then there's like an apple in front of her mouth. It's also red. The apple would be red. So if you guys have read The Giver, but yeah, I would want the background to be black, her face to be just, you know, white silhouette, and then only her hair would be colored and the apple would be colored. I don't know if that image exists already, probably not, but I'm thinking of like you know, like in Snow White, how they have that image of the queen with the apple. I want that, but not the witch. Yeah, I kind of want to have like a cameo feel to it, just the cameo style image. Not familiar with. It's very Twilight. Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe it's the Twilight cover I'm thinking of. But she's holding the apple. She's just holding it. It's just her hands. I don't even want the hands in the picture. Dang. But the red hair. She's supposed to have red hair. But yeah, it is kind of the same color scheme. You know, mostly black. And I would probably turn it into like a granny square blanket. I'd just have colored squares, so I would make it into pixel art, and then turn check Twitter in Smith. What does that mean? In Smith? I mean, I can check Twitter. I have my phone here. Oh, 5 minutes. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can drag someone else into here. Twitch.tv/HyperZenGirl. We'll see if she comes. Alright, so I'm gonna make sure I have enough here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. But I have a feeling if I made this blanket, it would be a big blanket, like twin size or bigger. But it would be, I would intend to do like granny square types, but still, when I say 8-bit, I mean that, you know, every pixel, each square would be a pixel basically, each granny square. Yeah, it wouldn't be like this kind of 8-bit. Maybe if I can figure out how to do partial color granny squares, I could actually have, like, you know, the rounded face. Create curves. Alright, she's busy editing. She can't come join us on Twitch. Hey Adorned, I have a question for you if you're still around. Looks like... I'm just disappointed that the whole Twilight thing is what came to people's minds, because I don't want that to happen at the event, but it could be. But since it's my own interpretation of something, I don't know. And the thing is, in order to win a contest like that, you have to do something that's recognizable. And like, while the giver is recognizable, Twilight is more recognizable, unfortunately. So I would definitely, that would be getting confused. It would still fit the theme, but my stitches look a little weird here, and I don't know why. It looks like I have a hole. I don't know why it looks like I have a hole. Alright, I'm gonna have to go back. I don't know why there's a hole in my work. I mean, this isn't knitting. It's not like holes are easy. Like, you usually have to try in crochet to have a hole. Here's where the hole is. What happened? Okay, I kind of see where it might look like a hole. I must have picked up a wrong bit somewhere, but it looks better now. Alright, let's see. Oh, you're here! Hi, Adorned! You were switching rooms. Nobody would guess what a coon skin was from. They'd probably just be creeped out. Yeah. And guild remove. What does guild remove do? I'm not leaving a guild. Like, I mean, I have a guild in real life, and did I ask for a command? Okay, so Adorned, the question I had for you was, do you have to find your own, testers for your patterns? Or is that essentially provided? Oh, okay. Actually, I think what makes them feel like kicking me out is when I tell them that it's Twitch people who make me want to learn how to knit and not people I know in real life. That's what will get me kicked out of my IRL guild. But I'm their charity chair. I actually do a thing. Well, I also read it quite a bit later because I was working on my problem with my missing stitch. Welcome back, Paint. Oh, they don't test them before you publish them. Okay. Do you ever have to do errata for them? Did you want a side profile or front facing? I was thinking a side profile. Are both Paint and Briz working on the image I just described? Unless one of them's in the office, tries it out first, not sure. Oh, okay. I was just wondering, because sometimes, I don't know, when I follow patterns, I kind of have to adjust them. Like I'm working on one I found on Ravelry. It's called Meandering Pause, but I have to change some of the stitch counts in order to make it line up, and I feel like I'm doing it wrong because I have to change stuff. And another gal in our guild did it, and I was like, oh, that's a cool looking little scarf pattern. And she was following the instructions. So I'm like, what am I doing wrong that other people can follow the instructions and do it just right, and I'm all like backwards and stuff. I mean, I could try and blame it on my hooks that are, you know, 0.5 off from everything else. I don't know. And then worsted weight also is like quite the range. Alright, so I'm looking for a Twitter notification. Okay, Paint 27. Alright, Paint 27, the last post I see on your Twitter, it says something about macaroni and cheese. Calm potato! Dude! It's front though. You love Go-Go 90 or whatever the hell it's called. It's... Oh no! They're just playing with the names, it was really funny. I find that really funny. Eats potato.
Yay!
Thank you so much for that follow! Cool thing about crochet is you get to make it up as you go if you need. That is pretty awesome. So, yay, follow! I'm waiting to see who it is because I missed the notification on the first screen. So yeah, I went looking for Paint's tweet and it was just a... Ooh, Oreos and hot cocoa, that sounds amazing! We even got a crackling fire going. Can you hear that, Potato? Did the notification not show up? I saw it partially on the screen. And it didn't... I haven't seen it on the actual... There it is! Ragu 1212. Thank you for joining. And a welcome to the Crochet Couch. If Paint can behave herself, you can speak in chat and she won't eat you. Alright, so let's see this thing. Cren 27. Alright, loading. It still says mac and cheese. You posted to Paint 27? The potatoes and ragu sauce. I do what I want. Hee hee, I love how first world people pronounce my... uh-oh. I mean, the... Ragu? I mean, it just depends on what language, because I did see it, and I'm like, well, if it was Spanish, you wouldn't say the H, which obviously it's not Spanish, which would be ragu. You just ignore the H. Ragu? Rahu? Oh, that's calm potato. So yes, if you would give us a phonetic, we will definitely do our best to say it appropriately. Is it raghu? I'm trying to think of what a GH... I mean, a GH can also be an F sound, like in rough. Rafu? It could be rafu. Ra, the sun god. So the hair long or short? Do you want it to look like the evil queen? Just curious. Longer hair? I think she's described as having very long hair in the book. I'm trying to think about another picture that would... Alright. Okay, Google. Picture of woman in profile cameo style. We'll see how good Google can get with this. Oh man, it's actually not bad at all. I'll find a picture here and I'll post it in chat if there's one that's like what I'm... Ooh, that's actually a better one than I was thinking of. Oh, the thing is with searching on the phone though is that I can't really download it. It kind of makes me take a screenshot. Alright, so there's one here that's similar. I'll pull it up and I'll show it to the camera. Like this is like technology fail here that I have to do it this way. This is kind of what I had in mind. I do hold your... Oh wow, I missed a whole bunch of stuff in chat. Yes, Paint is a cool human. Seriously, Twitter has failed me. Evil Queen. Yeah, exactly. We are talking about Regina, I think. I like how you mix tech with tradition. I love Twitter. Okay, so I'll open it up on the computer here. Twitter is life. I love Reddit and Twitter. I do. Hold your finger on it. I'm just gonna open it here. Oh, wow. I was thinking of the person in profile, but that's actually a really good interpretation of what I was thinking. Actually, let me look at the Twilight cover. Okay, Google. Show me a picture of the cover of Twilight. I don't want to, like, be on my phone the whole time. No, the book. There it is. Okay, yeah. So the Twilight cover is just the hands and the apple. But that's kind of, except without the hands, maybe just an apple. Oh, you can only see the top of my head when I'm at the computer like that. If you grow apples, I'll be scared of you, JK. She doesn't have apples, she has sheep. Okay, there we go. There are the 4 Twilight books. Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, Breaking Dawn. Sort of. I mean, just because there's an apple and same, like I said, same color scheme. What I would want her in profile, and she would be like, if you're looking at a blanket or an image, she would be in the bottom right-hand corner, and then the bottom left-hand corner, sort of near her lips, would be the apple. Yeah, because there's no human other than the hands. Like, there's nothing that looks human on the Twilight books. Is it Edward? I have no idea. I never read Twilight or anything. I saw the second movie twice. But because it was the second movie, I really had no idea what was going on. I'm like, okay, so she's sad. I get the sad. But she's also, like, being all mopey. And she's supposed to be, like, this badass, but she's just, like, crying for a whole year. I don't know. You grow animals. And goats and rabbits don't do its horrible shit. Alright, so let me tell you guys a story about pain. We worked in a very stressful industry, and I thought this gal had lost her freaking mind because something happened, and she just goes, "That's it, I'm moving out to the country, I'm going to have sheep and rabbits and goats, and I'm gonna raise my own chickens, and I'll have my own eggs, and I won't have to worry about any of this BS." And I was like, whoa girl, it's gonna be okay. And then like a year later, she went and did it. Alright, let's take a look at chat here, and this link, long link, yes, long link. So that not your average crochet pattern, that's the blanket that's in the bag that I'll be working on eventually. Long link brought me to okay, there we go. It just was being really weird about how it's... Yeah, that's okay, send me there. Yeah, very much like that. And then I'd have to separate the hair out. But yeah, that's exactly, did you just make that or did you do some searching? Very much like that. I mean, I probably, like I was saying, I'm not sure I want the hand in the picture. It might just be the apple sitting close to her face. Thank you, Boomy, for the host. You Googled well. And I did. Yeah, I kind of have a picture of, like, if you took Ginny from Harry Potter and put her in profile. That's sort of who I'm thinking of. Like, I'm picturing the love interest is Ginny. Well, thank you guys so much for all those hosts. That's amazing. Yeah, I definitely could go ahead and play with the image a bit and make it what I needed it to be. Alright, so this one will be the same as the row below it, which makes it a lot easier to do. I'm a little sad I had to pull it out, like 3 rows, to fix that hole. Host times 3! Yeah! Alright, so... No! Oh no, yarn fall. I don't even know. I don't think this black yarn is going to make it through. And I was hoping that my next pound of stuff would be the Lion brand. But I just had a strange epiphany. I'm like, well, Lion brand has partnered up with Walmart. I don't want to support Walmart. I want to support Lion brand. And I can get Lion brand other places, but do I really want to support a place that is also working with Walmart? Thank you very much for those hosts, you guys. I appreciate them all. Hugs yarn. Am I okay? Host times 4. Am I okay? Because the yarn? I just don't know what to do if I run out with the black yarn. I mean, honestly, I don't have much black. This is it. Host. Yeah, the hosts are from the Fajar network. If you scroll down in my info section, basically it existed before Twitch had auto host options. So it's part of like a round robin group that hosts each other. And so you'll notice about every half hour, thank you for the host, I will get a whole nother round of hosts because they only host a person for half an hour at a time. But it gets people more exposure, and I think it's supposed to build sort of a community. But I don't ever interact with any of these people. Thank you all for the hosts, much appreciated. And it's one of the reasons I was thinking of doing alerts only for hosts that had 2 or more people watching. While I appreciate the auto hosts, it's distracting. What? Oh, what's the sad face for? What's the Pepe for? Because I wanted to do... Thank you for that host. Or maybe 1 or more, because that means like someone is actually making an effort. But like 0 watcher hosts are all from the network. But if someone's following them, you know, then they'd be like, hey, what's going on there? So, alright. That's decided then, because you brought out Sad Pepe, and that's heartbreaking. So, yes. 1 plus host. Actually, I should probably write that down, but I don't have my stream notebook near me. Where is my stream notebook? This is not my stream. Oh, my stream notebook's under my pattern notebook. Stream notebook. Alright, Briz, thank you so much for the Googling for me and for hanging out, and it's always great having you around. Sleep well, sweet dreams. Okay. 12. Change host notification to 1 plus viewers. I think that's an option, so we'll check. Thank you very much for that, host. covered up my pattern. That was silly. Thank you all for those hosts. This is fantastic. You are amazing. Alright, bye, Calm Potato. It was fun having you out of lurk mode. Alright. And so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So many notifications. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Paint, are you still felting? Okay, let's take a look at that. The sheepism in the United Land. Okay, I'm gonna have to go, wait a minute and do that at the computer. So I'm going to finish this row and then I can get up and take a look. You found my yarn before it was yarn, yay! I think I have pictures of it somewhere too. Also, the guy, who did you have me pick it up from? Was that, Mitnick? I do follow him. So I met up with him at his place, and his wife was very sweet, and he has like 20 dogs. Okay, Crafty Cat, you have a great night. Rest well when you finally get to bed, and I hope your internet stays solid. Thank you for that, host. Jim McMurray, okay. Yeah, so he was explaining to me how you were trying to ask him to bring it back, and she's just like, and he's like, yeah, she just asked me, do you have room for some stuff? Like, I think I could make it smaller and maybe fit it in a suitcase or something, and he's just kind of like, what are you asking me to transport? Because he's like, it could be a dead body. Like, what are you trying to fit? It was just really funny because I'm like, no, this is just yarn, dude. It's just wool. Nothing as exciting as a dead body. I mean, it's dead fiber. It's been sheared off a sheep. But it was really neat because his wife actually, we were talking about yarn and stuff and how I was gonna prep it, and And she said something in the conversation, and he was just like, well, what do you know about this? And she's like, I used to help my grandma do this all the time. She's like, I know all about, you know, being careful and not breaking the fibers. And she's like, I've done this before. I'm just kind of like, oh, oops. Because he was like, when have you ever made yarn? She's like, well, I didn't, but grandma did. It was such an interesting conversation to listen to between the two of them. But his wife is, Romanian or Russian? Latvian? I don't remember where she's from, but it was somewhere that I wasn't very familiar with. Paper wants to do interview about ornaments. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you should sleep well and, you know, do your hair up nice, and cause they'll probably take some pictures. And your ornaments are nice. I still have the one you did of Hypnotic. It's still in the container because I don't have a place for storing stuff that would keep it safe. So it's still in there with the wool to protect it. Also, that was a great idea to send the wool as a packing material. Fantastic. Alright, now I'm going to start the row with the eyes. Alright, chain one and turn. So we're going to go 9. Yes, it was. Okay, what is Harding Gym and having your house being hit by a tornado? Because I saw your pictures of the tornado. Or does that have to do with the paper? The paper wants to interview about the ornaments and having something to do with the tornado? Or are these 3 separate things we're talking about? So all a mess everywhere, so typical Conley day. Oh, okay, the house. Eh. I was actually surprised at how warm your house was when I stayed over, because like I knew it was like I arrived on like one of the colder days of the season, like it had just gotten super cold, and like my parents' house, like my mom keeps it cold, so I was expecting to be cold at your place, but no, I was totally fine. It was great. Oh, since this is the eye row, I should pay attention. I need to pay attention to how many I can do. 4. Okay, I'm doing 4 and then the black. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I mean, you really got that going for you. Your house is warm. And then 4 more. Yeah, I know you have a 3 separate thought stream, yeah. I was just waiting for the 3rd part because I was trying to piece it all together. Alright, and 2 black ones. Uh-oh, this doesn't seem to be adding up right. Where did I go wrong? Shoot, shoot, shoot. Because this should be going into 1, 2. The numbers are off. Alright, I gotta figure out what's off where. Because this really, I mean, I'm gonna 1, 2. That's not even. I could add a 3rd one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How am I 2 off there? That doesn't seem right either. Guess we're pulling this out again. Going back a row. Fixing it. Because it's the row below it that's off. Alright, let's count this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that should not be an odd number. That needs to be an even number. So we're gonna go back. I'm pretty sure it's over. Oh, where am I missing it? I need to find where I'm missing it first. It looks like I may have done 2 stitches in one spot over here. Let's go ahead and undo this and figure all that out. Yes, I did have 2 stitches in the same place. I started this late, it looks like. No, because that's supposed to be is that supposed to be the same? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I shift over? Ah, yeah, I did something wacky way further back. Oh dear. Let's see, so it needs to go 4, 8, 12. 4, 8, 12. Okay. So I gotta go back and do that. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. This is where I messed up. Keep going here. Like, some things you don't notice, you know, if you're 1 or 2 stitches off, but since this is essentially pixel art in stitch form, it's gonna be so noticeable. So we go ahead and get those 2 extra stitches that we were missing. I pulled out more rows in this one like project than I have in all of those other ones. I think it's just because like I'm hanging out with people, talking a little too much. But that's fine. The stream, entertaining stream. Thank you for the host. And then 1 and 2 stitches, and then we'll go back to black. There we go. Go back and get that all fixed up and looking correct. Get that done right proper. Tilly's art class has been teaching them how to crochet and yarn. Oh, that's awesome. Does she like it? Because I can imagine her loving the idea of yarn bombing. The thing I've learned about hanging out with some of the yarn bombing people out here is it like, you have to plan for it. Yarn bombing is just like, you know, I feel like going to do this. Like, you have to plan. And I'm guessing she took to crochet better than she took to knitting. I know you said you tried teaching her knitting, and it didn't really happen. Oh, they yarn bombed a bike. That's great. So you're saying if I need your address again, by the way. If I send stuff, like sending yarn back to you guys would be a good idea. Like gift idea for the little one. Because I have kind of a lot of extra yarn. Oh, she's better smaller needles, okay. So yeah, like, well, I could probably search Facebook messages or whatever. Yeah, or books, okay. Yarn or books, that sounds good. I don't know if I have any, young adult books, though. I entered, when I wasn't working, I was entering a ton of giveaways on Goodreads, and so I have a bunch of books, but they're all, like, random subjects, and I think I've only read, like, 3 of them. So... I didn't have time to read the rest of them, because there is one that's kind of like a... It's sort of manga style, and it's just really cool, and I really want to read it, but I want to read it when I have time. I don't want to like rush through it. Alright, so I did those 2 rows properly now. So I can come back and I can do the eye rows, and they should line up. She's pretty hammy. Oh! She had the patience to learn lockpicking? I don't even have that kind of patience. Although, working with her hands is probably very good for her. She seems like she needs to constantly be doing something to keep her brain focused. Which is very interesting that you guys aren't actually related. Like, guys are so much alike. Between just the way she and Matt are like dead sleepers, and then you and her have same like distraction type tendencies. It seems to be a very good match. I mean, it's probably pretty challenging, but that's awesome. I learned how to solder in jewelry class, but that's not nearly as small as like working on a motherboard. And jewelry class was 16 years ago. Switch to black. 2 blacks for the eyes. 1 black. And 2 black. Switch to the orange. You all drive each other nuts. I know she's fully adopted. Congratulations on that. So it means you can like come take a trip out to California without getting anybody else's permission. You can just like come. Alright, hide the black, grab the orange. Yes. Why does that look weird? Because I needed to do 2 stitches in black, that's why. So hide the orange, 1 more stitch in black. There we go, now switch. There, this looks much better than the first time around. End of the row here. And we'll do the second row for the eyes. Yeah, about that turnout fire gear. I mean, Burbank's safe. You know, until it gets on fire again. But during this round, it really wasn't. There was some stuff in Sunland. I think parts of the... I think there's parts that are still on fire. But it's not really near here. Uh-oh, yawning. Yeah, now might not be the best time to come out to visit. But it would be warmer than where you're at. I think. Yes. Actually, speaking of your fire turnout gear, where can we get some used stuff? And the reason I'm asking, what's it called, like something core, fel core, val core, my core, something along those lines? Because we're working fireworks shows. And we have a gig on New Year's Eve, and some turnout gear would be really nice because it's going to be cold. Gore-Tex. I think that's what I'm thinking of, is Gore-Tex. No wait, Gore-Tex is the waterproof stuff. Matt's sourcing it. Okay. What's what am I thinking of? The type of material, the synthetic stuff that's fireproof? I need help with the name of it. It's like something core or something tex. Hey Jingles? What's the name of the synthetic material that those turnout jackets were made out of? Something gore or something or something tex. It wasn't Gore-Tex. Yeah, the turnout, those yellow jackets we were wearing. Mycore or something like that. I don't remember what they're called. Gear has to be thrown out after. Okay. Well, damn. You... Yeah, the ones that he let us borrow. So it was a synthetic something. I mean, it's a man-made something. Oh. I'll have to look it up. Oh, Gore-Tex is it? Gore-Tex and Nomex. Alright. Thank you. So they have to be thrown out after 7 years. Well, the stuff we need doesn't necessarily have to be, like, fully fireproof, just like if embers land on us. Oh, okay. So, where can we get it for free? Like, find a dumpster? Go ask the fire department? Like, what? Bribe some child in India with, like, you know, food and some internet? Like, what? Like... Alright, we're gonna make my way to the second row of eyes. Like, I know you're probably typing, but just, like, you tell me I can get something for free, and then I, like, see nothing for 5 minutes. I was like, wow! What are we doing? Oh, are you on the one government site? I know he linked me to something a while back, and I kept the link. Cause there's some useful stuff that shows up there. Oh no, I already did my second eye row. What am I doing now? Oh, I'm just going straight across? That's cool. Orange all the way across. Oh, just now? Okay. Oh, you sent me some other picture link. I need to check that out. Ugh. I said I was gonna do it after the one row and got super distracted. Alright. So, checking out a different link. And into Muba we go. Andal Brain Tumbler. Oh, it's the sheeps. It's Minion. She thinks she's a dog, and the little goat is Adrian. Aww. Oh. Yeah, Potato went in lurk mode. My watch actually tells me to get up and stretch like every 50 minutes. I've been ignoring it for most of the stream. I probably shouldn't. Ooh, I'm gonna sneeze too. It's not good.
What? Phone making me log in. Okay, so I'm gonna finish up this row, and then I'm probably gonna call it for the evening. It's been a super casual night. Hanging out, chatting, showing off some of my yarny stuff. Oh, so I have basically 3 skeins of purple hand-spun yarn that I need an idea of something to make for the county fair. With the purple yarn, it's only one. It's considered 1 ply or single ply, so it's kind of skinny. So it's skinny yarn, and I need to think of a nice project to make with it. And I do want to actually focus, and I probably need to make this a priority project because they asked for entries really early. They want entries in like May. So whatever I make has to be ready by May to turn in. And state fair isn't until like September, so they keep it for almost 6 months. And you don't get it back till the end of the month. Or I say state fair, I meant county fair. One of our gals entered her stuff into the state fair, and so it was super expensive. Like, the entry fee was really high, and then she shipped it there, and when they shipped it back, they shipped it like overnight air, and it cost her like $70 just to get it back. One eye, one horn, flying purple people eater. Oh my gosh, I should design and crochet one of those. You know, thing with wings that flies and has 1 eye, and 1 horn, and eats people. Yep. And it's purple. Alright, so I finished this row. I mean, I kind of want to finish the picture, but I'm fading really fast. It's already 11 o'clock. It's usually about when I'm ending. It would be, not only would it be amazing, I could make like 20 different versions of it. And I could make one with big wings and small wings, and you know, a curly horn and then a straight horn, and you know, like a button eye or a safety eye, and or one's just a sewn on yarn eye. So many options. Actually, I'm kind of picturing lots of different monster versions. There's a book that I put in, I entered a giveaway for. It's like Modular Monsters or something like that, where she has different heads, different bodies, different feet, and like they can all be crocheted together. So you can choose one from this page, one from that page, one from the other page, and like put them together. It's like a make your own monster book. It looks pretty wild. I'm not sure if I'm into making monster dolls, but that might be kind of fun if I get it for free. So, alright, we'll make progress on the orange, little orange, Space Invader. Orange Space Invader. Make progress in that. We finished our little giveaway, pillow for Evil Twin. So this is really cool. Yeah, I'm actually quite proud of this little guy. I can go ahead and make more of these. It, you know, didn't take too long. And doing the personalization was pretty nice. You finished your Secret Santa gift, a bagpipe playing blowfish for a scuba diving bagpipe playing security architect. Okay. The blowfish playing the bagpipe. Okay. So Sorry, Jingles, that's just her normal self. You're writing fast, yeah. It just takes me a little while to interpret it. I can figure it out. Jingles is the one who's having trouble figuring out what it is. He's looking at the screen going, what? You know, I could have stuffed this a little more, but then I think it would have gotten lumpier. I should stop playing with it. Oh, this is also yarn. I don't think this is also yarn I spun. I don't think this is Minions yarn though. This is the Quarriedale that I was given, like, as my starter. Yeah, I should go to bed. I do have a, like, regular 9 to 5 job I need to get to and all that. Alright, I need to pull up my bag of scraps. I'm guessing that was a yes to you want the bag of random colored scraps for felting. Boop, more scraps. So yeah, at some point, like, Facebook message me your address and I can prep a package for you. Because I do have some other stuff for you. I found it. Oh, I may have packed it away again. Shoot. But I do have other stuff for you that I meant to give you, like, 5 years ago. So there's that. I need to find it again. Like, I have stuff for you, I have stuff for my sister, just like random stuff I'm finding around the house and all that. Ay. Alright. So, as far as your Facebook picture, yes, like that, but rotate it 90 degrees to the clockwise on the X axis. Airy Rush. Well, that's cool. Yes, you'll take scraps. Yay, hugs. But yeah, I might just look for just silhouette pictures and find what I'm looking for or something. I think the apple and the silhouette I'm gonna have to source from different locations. When I say source, I mean I can open up my Twitch chat in a completely different window. How did I not know this? Ugh. Alright. Twitch, you're surprising me yet again. I don't even know how I did that. Anyway, let's find someone to raid. Even if it's only like 2 raiders. What's that? It has noises. Ah, Mr. Conley. Nomax, yes. Nomax was the name of the material. Alright. I need to go to the KBN team. Twitch.tv/team/naughty by nature. And yeah, if you do decide to stream and you're gonna be doing felting, after you do a couple streams, send me a message and I can try and get you into the Naughty by Nature team. Alright, so there's someone who's doing, I think she's doing sand art, but I'd like someone who's doing crocheting type stuff. Let's see, Imperfect Jen is playing a game. Needy Bird, she's crocheting. We're gonna go raid Needy Bird. Well, let me see what else is here. Okay, that person's offline. That person's not crafting. That person's not crafting. That person might be crafting, but it's really hard to see. So, Needy Bird. Are we all ready? Alright, so we're gonna put up the raid call here for Needy Bird. Man, girl's been going all night. So we've got Needy Bird there. We've got my outro screen. And I hope you guys all have a fantastic evening. I'll leave the music with you while we get everybody into the chat there. So I'll put up a raid call here also. Alright, so copy paste that, minus the raid call bit.
It's all new.